Hello, second grade friends. You've been learning a lot these past few days about reading informational text. Last time you met, you read a book about fish, and I love how you were able to go on your own and fill in the details of the descriptive web. Today we're going to try it again, except this time there are even going to be more bubbles. So I want to see if you could be like informational detectives and pick up on details that go with each idea in each chapter. As we read, remember, we're going to look at the different text features to help us learn information. We know that text features are in lots of nonfiction books. And so let's enjoy the book Giraffes. We start out, there's a table of contents. We're going to learn different things about giraffes, like where they live, how tall they are, how heavy they are, what they eat, how fast they are, and giraffe babies. Here's the introduction to the book. Have you ever seen a giraffe? Giraffes have very long necks and tower high above other animals. What else can we learn about giraffes? Now, this page, we're going to be smart and we're going to look at the bold print at the heading before you even read anything. I bet you can tell me what they're going to talk about here. Yeah, I knew it. You just said it. Where do giraffes live? Another nice thing on this page is that there's a cool text feature that they used, a map. Maps are a really nice way to get information quickly and a very helpful text feature. So already, without even reading the text, I can see that many giraffes are from Africa. You may have seen a giraffe at a zoo, but the only place giraffes live in the wild is Africa. Giraffes live in herds or groups on Africa's grasslands. Look at the photograph. It's kind of cool how they're drinking and there's an actual reflection in the water. See the difference between an actual photograph and then just a drawing or a picture? So cool. How tall are giraffes? Giraffes are the tallest animals on Earth. Male giraffes can grow as tall as 20 feet. The females are usually shorter than the males. Do the math. Each child is about 4 feet tall. How many children standing on shoulders are as tall as the giraffe? One, two, three, four, five. Girls and boys, that's actually another text feature called a comparison, where they compare the size of something we know and we're familiar with to the object being talked about in the book. So now, if you can picture five of your friends standing on top of each other's shoulders, that's how tall a giraffe is. How heavy are giraffes? Giraffes are very heavy animals. They weigh at least 2,600 pounds. That's close to the weight of a small car, which weighs about 2,500 pounds. Do the math. Which is heavier, two small cars or two giraffes? Hmm, take a peek. Yeah, well, kind of depends on how big, if it's a baby giraffe or a fully grown giraffe, but they're pretty similar, aren't they? Beautiful photograph. Look at that. That has to be what it looks like in Africa, huh? How much food do giraffes eat? Giraffes spend a lot of time eating. They eat about 75 pounds of leaves each day. Their tall bodies help them reach leaves high in the acacia trees. Their long tongues help them grab the leaves. Do the math. A giraffe's tongue can be 18 inches long. Measure your arm. Is it shorter or longer than a giraffe's tongue? What do you think? Well, I'm thinking a giraffe's tongue might actually be longer than my arm. 75 pounds of leaves. That's a lot of leaves, people. How fast are giraffes? Giraffes' legs are about 8 feet long. Giraffes can run about 35 miles in an hour. They can run this fast for only a short time. Do the math. A bicycle can move about 10 miles in an hour. How much faster can a giraffe run? We've been working on 10 sticks. So if we had 35 miles in an hour and a bicycle goes 10 miles in an hour, I'm going to take 10 away from 35, which would leave 25 miles an hour faster than a bicycle. Oh, baby giraffes. A baby giraffe is called a calf. Well, that's interesting. I know a baby cow is called a calf, but I didn't realize a baby giraffe was also called a calf. It's about 6 feet tall when it is born. A calf stays with its mother for about 2 years. Do the math. Are you taller or shorter than a newborn giraffe? Stand against a doorframe and very lightly mark your height with a pencil. Use a tape measure or a yardstick to measure. And here we are at the very end of the story. Look at this other helpful text feature. I noticed this word when we were reading. I was hoping I said it correctly. The word is acacia, a flat-topped tree common in Africa. So I was hoping it would tell me when I got to the glossary because I did notice it was in bold print during the text as I was reading. So we learned a lot about giraffes. Now, I'm guessing that the author Ruth Huntingdale has a lot of interest in giraffes, and so before Ruth sat down to write this informational book on giraffes, she probably made a plan on a web, which we're getting really good at doing, yeah? All right, so I'm going to write the title right in the middle, Giraffes. All right. And just like when you read the bird book and we gave you the topics in the bubbles, going to help out with that today. But you're going to do some investigative work and some rereading or rewatching of this video to find some supporting details about each page. So again, I can go back the first thing it talked about, and I'm going to use this bold print to help me. Where do giraffes live? How tall are giraffes? How heavy are giraffes? How much food do giraffes eat? I think I'm just going to end it there just to make it go a little more quickly. How fast And lastly, who remembers what that last chapter was about? It was the cutest one. Baby giraffes. All right. Well, that was a lot of writing, but hey, the good news is that when you do your seesaw activity, these headings will be all typed out for you on a web. Your job is to go through, and as you listen to me reading this again, feel free to just hit pause on the video when you get to each page and do some rereading. So, for example, I'll help with the first one here, even though you'll be typing this on your seesaw activity. You'll hit your the text box, and you'll have a text box, and you might say, some giraffes live at zoos. The other place that they live is Africa. And we also learned that they live in, I'm going to squeak it in, herds. And if I wanted to, I could even add that they live in grasslands. Okay, so that's the first one. Your job for the rest of the web on Seesaw is to go ahead and fill that in. And then I think soon you should start thinking about things that you are an expert at and maybe topics that you could write about in your own informational descriptive writing. Can't wait to start that writing unit with you and enjoy being detectives and looking for supporting details as you finish up your giraffe web today, girls and boys. See you next time.